Yo, what's going on, y'all? Gazerine2K back here with Steuben, my co-host of the Gust podcast. Steuby, I know you had a busy weekend, man. Talk to me. Tell me something about it.
I lost my winning end today too. I'm not very ecstatic about that,
I
but
seen the tweets, man, and I'll talk to you a
yeah,
little bit about it. It's man, we get in details about that later, man. I want to know exactly what happened.
we will. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. I had to do something I didn't want to do, but I had to do it. If I didn't do it, I would have lost tempo, and then it just came back to bite me in the butt. So
Yeah, we've all been in that situation before. You have to do something, probably, expend some resource you don't want to, or
yep.
sometimes marring the opponent when you don't want to, just so you
Yeah.
can get that energy and missing. And just I hate that, man. But
At the time, it
I
was
mean,
the right play, and I didn't know because I wasn't able to. We'll talk about it. We'll
yeah,
get
I mean,
there.
it happens, man. I mean,
It
at least you
does.
made a top 20th percentile. So
Yeah, there's too many 5.31s, so I only, I got 155th, so I didn't even get 128, so I feel really bad.
well, hey, man, this is my weekend was pretty solid. Friday I played in another local tournament, man. Went 2-1 with
Okay.
Reggie. I've been maining Reggie for like the past 2 or 3 weeks? 3 weeks since that one cat played in. I can't stop, man. I can't put it down.
You're addicted to the rocks and the steel.
I am, man. I need more rocks. I need rocks. I want to hold on to them, and yeah, man. But it's been pretty fair, man. The worst matchup I find is the mirror or anything single prize almost. It's such a tough matchup, and of course the Rallalon is just an auto loss, man. That's just you can't beat that one.
Yeah.
But Father's Day was yesterday.
Oh yeah. Happy belated Father's Day, I guess at this point.
Appreciate it.
All the daddios out there. Emily played this weekend with me, and she played one of the guys in the Pokey Dads podcast. So shout out to them.
I seen them recently. I think one of them just started following me. I'm like, hey, a Pokey Dad. Okay, so like we got to look into them. Yeah, I seen them follow me recently. But yeah, that's cool. Hopefully, Char, Flex Daddy Righteous is listening. He's a father now.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, Dadazard, those are, all the fathers. Happy Father's Day. It's not my first. I have my stepdaughter for, a couple years now, but
of course.
my first with my own son, with baby Dean. So yeah, it's my first, man. But yeah, this weekend, Friday, I played RegiRockin, and over the last 2 weeks, I've been 3, 2, 3, 9 and 3 with RegiRock.
Well, that's not bad.
Reggie Gigas, and I can't stop, man. And I'm excited today because we have. I'm not worthy, man. I bow down to you, man. You are the official Reggie master now. I thought that was me. I was like, shoot, I'm 9 and 3. I said, I can't be beaten. It's you. You are the Reggie master. We have Nicholas on the stream. Nicholas, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Great, thank you for having me. Just got back from Milwaukee, 11th place finish over there with Reggie Gigas. So super happy about that one.
And you've been killing it this season. You got top 8 at SLC,
top 4 in Salt Lake, and then top 32 in Jersey, and just came top 16 in Milwaukee. Yeah.
So that's pretty fly, man. That's every North American regional except for Vancouver. Did you go to Vancouver?
I didn't go to Vancouver, but I was in Indy, and I barely missed day 2 there.
Not
and
bad.
It's 6th.
Yeah, not bad. That's 3 out of 5 then. So.
Well, 3 out of 4 that I went to.
Yeah. Overall, though, 3 out of 5 still pretty good. 3 out of 4 that you went to, even better.
Well, hey, we still got this weekend. He might win it all.
Yeah, we got NAIC coming up, and you're thinking about maybe doing the same thing. So we'll see what happens with that. No leaks, of course.
Leaks. I mean, we'll talk after stream. I gotta get your list, man. I love me some Reggie. I gotta get your list.
Gazer isn't going to NAIC, so he's not a threat. I promise.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm not. Okay.
I think I'm just gonna. I'll post it after NA, obviously, but
yeah.
But that's what's up, Nicholas. No, man, when I saw your game on stream, man, I was driving to my locals to play in a little quick one day thing. That's one where I went 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving out there and I'm listening to the stream, and they're talking. I hear something about Joshua Bangle. I'm like, Joshua Bangle? I know that name. I was like, that's Josh Hatter. That's my boy. Yep. So I'm driving. I'm literally texting while I'm driving. I'm like, yo, that's Josh Hatter. I'm trying not to crash. I'm texting. Like, that's my boy Josh Hatter. I'm so excited. So he's playing Nicholas Muppet. I'm like, Nicholas Muppet? Who is Nicholas Muppet? And now I know who you are. Nicholas Muppet. But yeah, I was like, Nicholas Nick Muppet? I'm like, who's this? I had to think about, like, didn't he do well in, like, Utah or something like that? I had to think about. I was like, anyway, that's my boy Josh Hatter. I'm excited, right? And then I pull up to the shop, and the shop has it on TV too. So I'm watching the stream. We're all watching, like, oh, it's Reggie Gigas. That's my guy too. I love Reggie. So I'm conflicted. I'm like, I love Reggie, but I love Josh. So I'm like, I want everyone to do well. I just want can everyone just tie? Can we all just tie? Then
I
that
think I
first game
literally
ran
tweeted
so
out.
long. The second game, Josh almost stalled himself out that second game, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, you played that match pretty well. Hopefully, we can get Josh on here. I talked to Josh earlier. He's down to coming in I guess giving us a play-by-play of what you guys did if he gets a chance. He just landed back in Nevada. Just landed back in Nevada about an hour ago. So he's running around trying to get some stuff situated. So hopefully he comes in here later. But yeah, Nick, how did that? I just want to talk about that stream match real quick, man. How did that feel? And then we can get into your background a little bit too. I'm so excited about that stream match. How was that?
Yeah, that one in particular, I was very happy to come away with the win from because it seemed like his deck was completely built to beat mine. You know, he had the 2/2 Wheezing to shut off all of my abilities. He had, 2 Avery and a Pal Pad to keep discarding my guys. He had the Temple of Sinnoh to shut off all. So definitely was a tough match for sure, but was able to barely squeak that one out, it seems, which is definitely happy about.
Yeah, the wheezing in that list is super interesting, especially with the boost shake.
Yeah, it was definitely
that was
annoying.
when he told me he had that in there because I finally got to meet up with him for the first time there, and he's like, "Oh, we're both playing Darkrai," and I was like, "Well, what do you have in yours?" And he told me, and I was like, "Oh, that's."
You're like, what?
That's like I was like, "That's cool. I like that, but at the same time, I don't love it."
I mean, you can get it with off the mute, right? If you go first, and you can just completely lock them out.
Yeah,
True.
Just depends on the matchups too.
Of course.
Speaking of Mew, he was gonna play Mew at first. He messaged me early that morning, and he was like, "Gazer, I lost my Mew deck." I'm like, "You lost it?" I said, "In Milwaukee?" He said, "Yeah, I lost it." Like, how'd you lose a whole deck? I said, "So what's the plan?" So he sent me a screenshot of his list. I'm like, wheezing, and I gave him a thumbs up. I was like, Darkrai. I was like, ugh, Darkrai. But he did pretty well. He did pretty well.
Wait, so
yeah,
he lost his deck?
He said he lost his whole Mew deck. He took Mew deck down there. I guess he was going to play that at first, and he said he lost. And I guess that was the universe's way of saying not to play anything meta. So he pulled out the Darkrai with the wheezing.
There you go.
But yeah, as a Reggie main myself, man, I consider myself a man of culture as well. As a Reggie main myself, Temple Sinnoh doesn't bother me. Avery is I can handle. Collapsed Stadium. I like the main issue I have is it's just the Ralladon, man. The Ralladon and the freaking Regimirror. If it depends on who goes first so much. Almost any single prize for me, it depends on who goes first, man. It's so tough. I gotta get your thoughts on Reggie matchups, man.
I didn't play any Regimirrors, but I'm assuming it's just whoever gets the first attack off without
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the pivot there is just you take the first prize, and if you can do it every turn, then you're okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's usually how all single prize matchups go, dating back to.
Yeah,
well,
it's
anywhere
not
you
easy.
can consistently stream attacks like Malamar Mirror or things like that. So
yeah, it's not easy at all. But hey, Nicholas, man, let's get this thing cracking, man. Before we get into your background and more about you, we have a little thing here we call the 6 prize turn. Stu, you want to take it away? Give a little explanation of it?
Yeah, so we're going to ask you 6 random questions, may or may not be related to Pokemon, and just give the first answer that comes to mind, just blurt it out, let it out, and we can talk about explanations after we go through all 6, or if it's something like a super hot take, we might stop and go for one.
All right. Hit me.
All right, Gazer, do you want to do the first one, or do you want me to come up on the fly with one?
I had 2 in mind.
Okay.
I'll crack out the first one. Favorite potato chip?
Not a big chip eater, so I don't know.
All right, and in place of that, favorite junk food snack then?
Probably just like chocolates, I guess.
Okay, there you go.
Chocolates are yummy.
Yeah.
What kind of sleeves did you use this weekend?
Dragon Shield mats, the emerald ones.
Okay.
Emerald, interesting. I have the white ones in my my Reggie build. Man of culture. Favorite Reggie?
Huh. I don't know. They're all good. You got to use all of them.
I think I'm more of a Drago or a Gigas fan. I mean, just overall design-wise and everything.
All right, if you had to eliminate one of these food groups, Which would it be?
Let me think about my favorite Reggie first.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
he's got one. Okay, let's hear it.
Let's go Drago because he draws you cards.
True. He's come in clutch a few times for me. You're right.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. If you had to eliminate one or the other, pizza or pasta?
I probably eat pasta more, so I'll eliminate pizza.
Okay.
Actually, you can just eat. I'll get rid of pasta. You could just have like other types of noodles.
Fair enough. What are you talking about? All pasta, Sue? What's one way?
Yeah, all pasta. Like I'm talking ramen, macaroni, lasagna. It's all going.
Oh, ramen.
Okay.
So you said Thanos came in and Thanos just said
snapped
pasta.
all the noodles. No noodles.
Oh man.
Noodles. All right, then we gotta go for pizza. Sorry.
Oh man, I love both. It's tough. That's tough.
Same. Yeah.
All right, Nick. Last question from me. If you weren't playing RegiGigas this weekend and next weekend, what would you be playing?
Probably Mew or Arceus something.
Well, that's what you took to New Jersey and Salt Lake, right? So.
Yep.
Okay. If you weren't playing, if you couldn't play any deck you already played this season, what would you play?
Then I'd have no idea. Like any Arceus variant? Because I wouldn't play the one I played in Salt Lake again.
No Arceus. No Dark Arceus. No Arceus at all.
No Arceus, no Mew, no Reggie. Don't really want to play Palkia. What is there then? I guess I just have to play Palkia. Wouldn't have much choice.
I can't be mad at it. I like Palkia. I can't be mad at it. So you got a last one?
I don't. Sour or sweet?
Sweet for sure.
I couldn't think of anything on the fly that time. Whatever.
So, I'll give you a pass. When you're just coming back from Milwaukee yourself, I'll give you a pass.
Yeah,
you had to work today. Why did you call off?
Well, I mean, I had no customers at all today, so it didn't really matter. I just watched YouTube on my laptop all day.
Why didn't you just lock the door and go to the back and take a quick nap then, man?
I mean, I kind of did.
Boss
man left for a work trip this afternoon, and yeah, I'll see him in Columbus in a couple of days. So yeah, it's whatever. Nobody came in. I just we have like gaming chairs in the game room, so I just kind of like reclined in one and just chilled and watched YouTube on my laptop. So
hey, slow days, it's fine, man. Well, I'm glad you're back. Glad you're safe. You'll be heading out though this weekend too, and so will Nicholas.
Yep.
Nicholas, how far are you from NAIC?
So I'm staying in the summer in New Jersey for an internship here, but I'm gonna drive up back and drive over with some local folks from my hometown. And I think from there it's about 8 hours. It's like 2 hours to get there, so I'll drive up the night before. I'll drive up Wednesday night and then we'll leave Thursday morning. So 8-hour drive on Thursday.
Where are you originally
Sue,
from?
You heading out?
Poughkeepsie, New York.
Okay.
2 hours north of Manhattan.
There you go.
Yeah.
East Coast, but we all know the West Coast is the best coast. Anyway, Sue, so how far is it from you? I know Milwaukee was a bit of a trip, but
yeah,
what about
2.5 hours to Columbus? So it's
that's not as bad as Milwaukee. That's
super cake. Yeah. I mean, back in my Yu-Gi-Oh days, I would go to every single Columbus regional, and I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and just hit the road and go and come home all in one day. To compare, for people that don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh regionals are basically just like super big glorified league cups. Gotcha. So not really the same scale as a Pokemon regional by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I'm glad you're playing Pokemon now, man. Welcome to the. I mean, to the bright side.
It's been a lot longer, so yeah, it's okay.
But no, let's get into it. Nicholas, I'm curious about your background, man. I've seen some of your tweets around, some of your retweets and stuff like that. I've seen people tweet at you before, but I've never really had to sit down and be able to talk to you and get to know you like that. So tell me about your background, man. How long have you been playing? How'd you start playing? When was your first major tournament?
Sure. So I think I've been playing competitively since I was like 10. Won like my first. That was back in the junior division. Obviously, and I won like the state championship for New York my first year, and then went and got top 16 at nationals. So definitely, but then like barely missed my invite to Worlds that year, so that was a big bummer. And then but that made me want to do better even more. But before that, like I had known how to play for a while before that. I think when I was really little, I would whenever I'd come to my cousin's house, they would have just piles of random cards, and we would just throw them together, make some janky deck, and play them against each other. And that's how I learned how to play. And then so I started like actually playing with like decent decks, like when Black and White came out, I think. And then, but then my first like proper tournament was Dragons Exalted. I played Electric Rayquaza.
Okay, that's a throwback.
And then so I've been playing for a long time, but taking a few breaks in there. So I haven't been playing like for 10 years straight. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, when Rayquaza VMAX came out, were you like excited? Like, oh, this is just like old school Rayquaza. Were you excited, or did you you didn't fall for it?
No, I didn't actually like Ray Eels that much. Like that was just the first deck I had, and then as soon as Blastoise came out, I switched to that. So
you didn't like it. You're like, well, I guess.
Yeah, and then had a lot of success with Blastoise. That's what I won the state championship with.
Oh, I miss states, man. Give them back. Give them back.
I mean, it's basically just regionals now. Like we have, because you used to only be able to go to like 3 states and then like 3 regionals in a year, because they'd have like so many on the same day, right? Whereas now you can just go to every regional. So I kind of like the system better, honestly.
It was easier to be able to like, all right, cool, I can hit New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, and like even if I like, because like I can't hit every regional, I can't go to the West Coast ever. So, it just makes more sense, like, financially to, like, oh, cool, a day trip to, here, whatever, cool.
Yeah, I get that.
Why not just come to the West Coast, too?
Are you paying, Gazer?
Look, if you get here, I promise you I will buy you a meal at McDonald's.
You get the good coupons for the extra sauce cups for the nuggets, right?
I got you.
Okay.
Gotta have that. We gotta get you out here, man.
Gotta get that sweet and sour sauce, man.
You gotta mix it with the barbecue. You never dipped them both? You never double dip?
Not together, but I usually get those 2 sauces, so I'll have to do it next time.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
I mean, you're the one who just told me about chicken strips and cheese sauce, man.
Oh, that was I got sheets coming home last night. I didn't want to cook. We got home like 11 something, and I was just like, let's go to Sheets and get whatever. And I was like, I'm just gonna be a bum. Just give me chicken strips and the nacho cheese dip, and I'm calling it a day.
And then you say, yeah, this will change your life. So I gotta try it then. I believe you.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
No, we gotta talk. We gotta get you out here to the West Coast. We gotta get you to the West, man. And when you get out here, man, I'll treat you right, man. I'll take care of you.
Oh.
You and Emily.
Oh, nice.
I said you and Emily.
Nice couples massage.
There you go.
No, Nicholas, man, you hit Salt Lake, the first major regional back after how long was the hiatus? Like a year and a half?
Almost 2, I think.
Almost 2 years, yeah. So,
no, exactly.
What's that experience like for you, man?
Because we had Collinsville 2019 was like February, March, and then we came back in March or April of 2021. So yeah, 2 full years.
Yeah.
What was the question? Sorry.
What was that experience like for you? The first major one back.
I mean, it was great to just come back and do so well at the first one. I mean, that was a big confidence boost going into the rest of the season, I think, and great to get a big placement under my belt, kind of get some recognition in the community.
Right. I mean, I know who you are now, so you're getting there, man. It's getting there.
Yeah.
Hopefully people know my name
after that
one day.
My Twitter followers literally tripled in like 48 hours. So
that'll happen. That's good, man. We had our guy Ricardo Tati on here, and he took second place as a runner-up in Sao Paulo.
Yep.
And after that, his streams just started blowing up. So
absolutely, yeah, that's all.
They start recognizing names. Like, hey, that's that guy who did well at that one thing, and they you know,
it's all.
You do well, man.
Finish for people to start recognizing you. I feel like.
I hope one day I can, be just known as as that guy. That'd be nice.
It'll be weird. It'll be weird for you though, because everybody on Twitch is like, oh, you're just Gazerbeam, but like if you top a regional, like people are gonna be like, oh, you're Ryan. Insert last name here.
Ryan, who's Ryan?
And you're like, that's me, and they're like, nah, that's not
it can't
you.
Be. I've seen your streams. It can't be you. There's no way.
You're that guy with the Omastar deck. Nah.
It's true. I am that guy. Nicholas, for the longest time on stream, man, I loved playing me some Mimikyu, Gengar Mimikyu, GameCube, and some Omastar. That was my deck, man.
Oh man, that's
And I played that deck so much I knew how to pilot it perfectly, and I would get wins. People were like, "You're pretty good with this deck. What about another deck like that?" No, I can use this. I can play this though.
One deck,
Trick-pony,
one deck
yeah.
wonder.
Yeah. Yeah, I always hated that Omastar card because I would play Pidgey. And that
Oh
was
yeah.
yeah.
I love Almastar. It was beautiful.
Mm.
I mean, good times, man. Simpler times. But no, the first deck you came back with was a Arceus build, but it's a Dark Arceus. Were you like worried about Mew there, or what's going on?
Yeah, I mean we knew Mew was going to be like 30%, so it's like I want something that can beat Mew, and I thought that was it. And then you had the Zapdos to handle all their Arceus and Gengar, and that was the big decks I expected to see for that tournament. So
Yeah,
and
I mean, you good call on the
all that
Gengar.
I played against. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
good
it
call on
was
the Gengar.
mainly for Arceus, and then Gengar was collateral. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah, I
work
think-
with Ian on that deck at all?
So the list was based on one that got top 4 in Australia the week before. But I kind of made the list with the Zapdos and the Cape of Toughness and everything, and then I shared that one with Ian, and then he just changed one card in it, and
Okay,
we both I got top 4 and he got top 8, so very good.
that's
Very good
awesome.
finish.
Yeah.
I remember your tweet a while back saying the same 59 cards. So
Yep.
now I get it. Just changed one card, huh? Like,
Yeah, he took out the second Shady Dealings for a Palpad.
I really love Palpad so far this format. It feels so good.
That tournament, I really like 2 Shady Dealings, so
Oh yeah, being able to search for whatever you want whenever you want to make your plays
we
pop
also-
off feels really good
We
too.
also only played one scoop up net, which was probably kind of whack and looking back on it.
one
Yeah.
scoop up net?
Yeah, I mean, that back then that was kind of like the engine was 4 Salvo, 4 Josiah, and then like 2
2-1?
quick shooting and 1 Aqua Bullet. Like
2-1, yep.
Like, okay, I'll change, make it 2 Shady Dealings and Teleon. But yeah, it'd probably be better to go, 3 and 1 of each, and then more scoop up nets. So
Yeah, net's insane.
and that's more of like the go-to build these days. Probably
Yeah.
better. Yeah. But that was
mean,
like
the
the first tournament with, that format. So
Yeah. I mean, as a man of culture, playing Reggie like we do here, like how we are.
Yeah.
Scoop Up Net is such a valuable card. Just
absolutely.
Yeah,
One of the
I love me
best.
some Scoop Up Net. So then, for your next deck, when you went to New Jersey,
Mhm.
you switched over to the dark side.
I
You
did.
went from dark Pokemon to the dark side. What? You chose Mew. What's that about?
I did play Mew. Yeah, I played Mew in Indianapolis, and ended up going 6-3.
And you tried it again?
I barely missed top 128. At that point, I needed 40 more points for my invite, and so I got 30 points from top 128. So then I was like 8 or 10 away, and so I was like, all right, let's just play Mew, get another finish,
Play it safe.
close out the invite, play it safe. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. And then now that I had my invite, I was like, all right, let's play some fun stuff. I'm gonna roll.
Hey,
Ended up doing better than when I played Mew, so
he was Reggie all along. Should have known. We should have known.
Well, Reggie wasn't out yet,
Yeah, I know. I remember, Steuben, I remember on your YouTube, you were had a deck profile about Reggie.
Yeah, before I had it all like proxied out, and then like pre-release weekend hit, and I was like, oh cool, I got all the commons and rares from the boxes we opened at work. It's fine. Let's go. And
Yeah, I watched your video and I watched Andrew Mahomes. I watched Tricky Jim's, pre Reggie videos. I was like, this deck is interesting. I said I might like it. And then as I started to open up more product, I pulled everything except for the Gigas. So I'm sitting here right now? I do. If you check this out, and these are just my extras. I have all these Reggie Leckies. And if you guys are looking on stream, you guys are seeing on YouTube. I only have one extra Regice, but look at all the Dragos.
Wow.
All the rocks. And I only hit like 2 Gigases out of everything I've hit.
That one's rare, right? That one's
yeah, it's a hollow rare, and those are just regular rares. So those are all literally like a dime a dozen, even in value, honestly. But
That's true.
the Gigas is it's not expensive,
like-
but
I paid $3, I think, for the Mage. Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't even find them. Eventually, I hit a couple of them. Like, okay, I'm going to start playing Reggie. And I took it to a 1K. And it was either going to be Reggie or, don't laugh at me, Nick, but it's Reggie or Lilligant. And I ended up choosing Reggie last second.
That's definitely the right call.
Yeah, Lilligant's awful.
It's not terrible.
No,
It's not terrible.
No,
it's just it's mid.
Gazer, it's bad because I played a Lilligant in the tournament this weekend, and I bodied them 2-0, and I played Darkrai. So like, I was not afraid of the weakness at all.
Happen.
I was not afraid of the weakness whatsoever.
That shouldn't happen. You shouldn't destroy them that bad.
They set up so horribly.
Yeah.
They set up so horribly.
Having to put the energy back in your hand to do significant damage is not good. Yeah.
It just didn't pay off for them at all.
All right, we're gonna have to have a webcam battle.
Okay. All right, Gazer, what are we gonna do? Rip off 9 card and do webcam war?
Webcam Wednesday Wars. We'll switch the name up a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, totally not the same thing at all. By any means.
Not at all.
No.
But no, so you locked in your invite to Worlds. During
New Jersey, yes.
New Jersey, yeah, during New Jersey. You locked it in. You came to Milwaukee, you're like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Why Reggie? I mean, there's other fun decks out there, Lilligant, like I said. But
I wanted
why
something
Reggie?
that could still win, because I like winning is fun, to me at least. But yeah, and then Reggie's fun, so.
Yeah, remember, if you don't win, you don't have fun. That's just how it is.
You're
That's
exactly
not
right.
true. But
No, yeah. Winning is fun, but it's
the fun without winning.
Yeah,
but winning helps. It makes it easier.
Unless you never win anything at all, not even like Swiss rounds, and then it's a whole like I gotta reevaluate.
I had a one of my friends, I think it was his uncle or his cousin or something. I think it was his cousin. Showed up to his first tournament and played what's the one? Maractus.
Okay.
Maractus,
the coin flips.
Yeah, and he went 1-8, and the one win was a bye. And he was like, "Man, this was the best time of my life." So.
Oh, that's awesome then. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna have fun with him.
Maractus. Oh man.
Maractus, yeah.
That would be a riot of a deck to play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel when I play like Cramorant VMAX and stuff. I'm like, this is fun. Or Waylord V. I was like, this is fun. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get
Speaking of flipping coins, I think I did innovate the RegiGigas a lot. Played.
Yeah, I want to ask about that
in my deck.
That's my next question about that. I know you don't want to give too much about the deck. I mean, we've seen it on stream, but we're not going to leak everything. But we all saw the cram, and we are like, Cram-o-matic. Explain that one to me.
Well, so basically it's a combo deck, right? And you need to find every part of find six different guys and get your energy to put in the discard. And so Cram-o-matic finds you whatever piece you're missing. That's all it is to it. And if you have a dead hand, you can cram away draw that you need and get a research and draw some new cards. That's really all there is to it.
Fair enough. A little risky though, isn't it? Did it ever come back to bite you this weekend?
Not really. I mean, even when you flip tails, you're getting rid of cards to then draw more with RegiRockin. So.
Yeah, same concept as with Mew. If you whiff it, cool. I get to draw an extra 2 cards now with Genesect every turn.
Because you have all these, Ordinary Rod and whatnot that you can't play unless you have, if it's turn 1 or turn 2, they haven't taken a knockout yet. You can't play your Ordinary Rod, so you might as well cram it away.
Help you get set up faster and just secure the bag, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I find myself not wanting to drop Ordinary Rods. I've done it before. Like I had to research a couple of ways.
If you're going to research anyway, why not get a card off Cram-o-matic?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, if you got to go for it. But man, I was like, Ordinary Rods. I think what do you think the 3 main cards of that deck is? Like just overall any Reggie deck. What do you think the 3 cards are like? Just like these are so valuable.
Valuable, I guess. Yeah, Ordinary Rod, Stormy Mountains. If your opponent has like Collapse Stadium or
Temple of Sinnoh.
The Temple of Sinnoh. Yeah, you got to be able to counter that. Yeah, and then your energy, I guess. I don't know. The energy aren't like it's not like a resource you need to conserve, but it's something you need to get out, I guess.
Yeah,
the only real
definitely Ordinary Rod.
Serve is Ordinary Rod, I'd say.
And those. Anytime I have to ditch a rod. Oh, Nets.
Absolutely.
Too.
You're so right.
Right about the Nets. Nets, Rod, and the Stormy Mountains.
Oh yeah, dude. Net is so clutch because like to be able to if you had to Ancient Wisdom 2 times in a turn, for whatever purpose, like being able to do it that way is insane.
I've done that before.
Definitely.
I've done that before.
Big play, yeah. Because then you can make yourself kind of immune to Avery. You know, it's like, okay, I got 2 guys already. Go ahead and Avery me or whatever.
Yeah.
All the games I played, I've been Avery'd, I've been Collapse Stadiumed, I've been Temple Synod.
Yep.
Temple Synod was a problem until I added in a 4th stadium, and now I'm like, it's no issue. But like nothing has really like just stopped me from just getting back okay. You know, being okay because as long as I have that Reggie Drago.
Yep.
You know, something gets knocked out, promote the Drago, I get my hand down or do whatever I need to do, and I just draw into whatever I need for the most part. I'm like, oh, I'm fine, never mind. It's the only thing that I think the only auto L we have is and you know who it is. He who should not be named. The one that won this whole weekend.
The Rallydown, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I played against decks that had Temple of Sinnoh, Collapse Stadium, Avery, all that. Was able to beat all of those. The only thing that took me down was 2 Duraludon and 1 Flying Pikachu. So
1 Flying Pikachu.
And I beat 2 Pikachu. So
yeah, the Flying Pikachu Arceus deck was definitely interesting to see, especially the game that Azul had streamed, where that very end Tornadus just came out, and the Tornadus just like ended that entire run. I was like, oh, whoa.
From the Blissey deck?
Yeah, from the Blissey deck, the pocket you get around the Pikachu and just take it out.
I did not know what that card did until this weekend.
I've seen it multiple times. Like, this is not good at all. I'll just play Escape Rope, but it just
the
Pokemon form it came in so handy.
Yeah, you can search it with Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my fear is because I'm playing so much Reggie. What do I do like 3 months from now when rotation hits? Like, now what do I do?
You don't. It's over. Pack it up.
Yeah,
get it in now.
You're right. You're not wrong, man. But overall, though, share us about your Milwaukee experience. Was it any different than New Jersey? Any different than Salt Lake? How did it feel?
It was. I just love playing Pokemon, so it was just another great weekend of Pokemon.
Right.
Nothing else to it.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to go and play in the big events. Honestly, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Especially like it was I've never been to Milwaukee before, and it was surprisingly clean. And I didn't feel like it was a bad city at all. I saw a few tweets where people were like, "Oh, I never want to go there again," and somebody said that their car was stolen or whatever. But like,
oh wow, that's terrible.
I didn't feel like it was bad at all.
No, I thought it was very
nice. Yeah, I mean, Josh Shatter had his deck stolen or lost or whatever happened.
Yeah,
I mean, a car. Sheesh, a car.
Yeah, I can't remember who specifically said it, but I saw the tweet that their car was stolen outside of their hotel down the street from the convention center.
That's actually insane.
So, is it true? I don't know. I have no idea if it's 100% true. Anybody could say anything.
I sound like Milwaukee's a dangerous place.
I don't know why someone would fake that, but
yeah.
That's insane.
So it's a place of cheese and milk and cows.
Oh man, we did get cheese curds. We did get cheese curds Saturday night, and they were the best cheese curds I think I've ever had in my life.
I do like cheese curds, man. I do love me some cheese curds, some cheese bites, whatever you want to call them. I love them. So
had to do it. Had to do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. But yeah, I can't wait till next year when I start traveling and getting out to these things. I was talking to my wife earlier today. I was like, yes, next year I want to start going. I said, you and I can go together and we'll just make it a big thing. And hopefully they have some on the West Coast. And I don't know. I want to get into it, man. And playing. I've been playing RL, Nicholas, for like 3 months now, and I'm feeling it. And I'm like, now I want to start going places with it.
Yeah, this was actually the first one I went with my girlfriend, and that was a great experience for sure.
Yeah. You guys got any nice dinner places afterwards, or?
Not really. It was just like super busy. So we went out to a nice place Friday night, but
okay,
that was it. Yeah.
I mean, you're too busy trying to win a whole tournament, so I get you. Trying to win a whole regional. So yeah. Sue, what about you and Emily? You guys do anything spectacular while you guys were out there?
Saturday night we went to a Irish pub down the street. After I was done, and we got a little bit drunk and ate cheese curds. So
that's the life. That's the life right there, man.
It was good. And then Sunday morning, instead of going back to the convention center, we did the river walk with our group, and I really wanted to see the bronze Fonzie statue from Happy Days.
Hey.
Yeah, so I mean, I took a picture with it, and it's not appropriate to post that picture anywhere other than my Facebook page, where it's kind of private. But it's a really funny picture. I'll DM it to you.
I want to see this.
But I got a lot of laugh reacts on Facebook for it, and I can't put that anywhere that's public whatsoever.
Mm.
So you can let your imagination run wild.
Is Facebook not public?
My profile is locked down to friends only, so no one can see anything that isn't my profile picture. I didn't make it my profile picture, but I posted the picture, and it's locked up pretty good. So
yeah, I never use Facebook really. I'm just on like Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, I would never post that picture on Twitter. I'd get canceled so fast.
Man, speaking of I mean, you got a lot of stake now, Stu. You got a new sponsorship going on, don't you?
Yeah, it's we got a code hookup recently with Guardian Gaming TCGs. So if you want to buy some PTCGL codes to test your decks online, use code STUPID for 15% off. I'll put the link down in the description and all that nonsense in the podcast episode.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I guess you have to have a public image now, so you can't put that picture on there.
Correct.
About 2 months ago, Steuben wouldn't have cared. He would have put that picture anywhere and would have, said F anybody for saying anything different.
Oh yeah. There, sometimes you have to know where and when to say things and not do things, and now
2 months ago, Steuben didn't care what he said or did.
I mean, I didn't realize that we had so many kids that watch and listen and enjoy the YouTube channel and whatnot, and I had a juniors division player come up to me and ask me if I was Steuben. I was like, yeah, and he's like, oh, I like your YouTube channel. Yeah, I was like, oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. Really?
Speaking of juniors, my a junior I've done some coaching with just won Milwaukee regional.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What did he play?
Mew.
Let's go.
Yeah. No,
that's awesome.
Top 8. So
that's got to be such a good feeling to I coached that player and they won. Like that not only is rewarding for you as a coach and a player, but it's rewarding for them to make that accomplishment too.
Yeah.
That's super awesome.
I've been pretty busy lately, so we didn't leading up to the tournament, but I think we put in a lot of work for a few months before, and that I think that definitely helped.
That's awesome. Do you do it on Metafy or?
No, I just if people reach out to me, we can work things out. But
well, there you go. There's your plug right there. If you guys want coaching from Nick, hit him up on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the main way to reach me, I guess. Yeah, I'm not on Metafy or anything. I'm usually pretty busy, but I'm open to working with people, I suppose.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, if you ever considered to go on Metafy or anything like that, I know a lot of players have been hopping on there recently and doing it up.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a full-time job for the summer, so it would just be a few
okay, makes sense.
After school, so I don't want to really get flooded with requests and whatnot.
I mean, I can't knock the side hustle. If you decide to do it, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, so your junior division, the kids you're coaching up, won it all, huh?
Wyatt Warren is the name. Yeah.
Okay. So be on the lookout for Wyatt Warren a few years from now, apparently. Because be on the lookout because Nicholas is his coach, so that means good things. Fun story this weekend, this Friday. I played in locals, and I ran into a top 8 player from Utah. He got his invite. He's going to NAIC this weekend as well. So he's testing out. He's testing and playing, and he's playing Darkrai.
Okay.
And this kid's not bad. He's pretty good. He's real excited about Pokemon, about the game. He gets so caught up and wrapped up in what he's doing, the attacks and his combos, that he forgets to take prizes sometime.
Oh yeah.
And for what his dad told me he got dinged for that a couple times.
Happens to the best of us, man. I played against Azul in day 1, and he forgot to take his prize card until 2 turns later, and we didn't realize. So it happens to the best of us,
Yeah. So but he forgot it a couple times against me. But his dad said when he went to Salt Lake, he took top 8 at Salt Lake. He said in Salt Lake, there's a few times just hey, your prizes. Hey, take your prizes.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
But I played the kid. He played Darkrai, and our first game went so daggone long, and it came down to if I hit a boss, I win the game. If not, he wins next turn. So I'm thinning out my hand. I'm drawing for cards. I'm digging. I use Dragon's Horde. I draw 2. I'm like, okay, last card I have is a Speed Lightning. I got to draw 2 off of this to see what happens. I'm down to like 10 cards in deck. Speed Lightning, 1 card. Second card is Boss. I'm like, oh my gosh, no way.
There you go.
So I bossed up his Crobat. I knocked it out with the RegiRock, and he was a good sport. His dad said he used to take things really bad, like no, like throw a 50. He's like, good game, wow, good game. He shook my hand and everything. Like, okay, I said this kid's got some
Let's go.
some potential.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, let's go. But yeah, and then we played the second game and we ran out of time, so I went off of time. But he's not bad. I was like, I'm about to lose to an 8-year-old piling this Darkrai deck, and he was out there balling with it.
Hey, that's another part. That's another time where Cram comes in to search out the winning boss.
Yeah, I could have just dug for it right there. I could have thinned it out the hand. I might look at my deck right now. I might have to add in some Cramomatics maybe.
There you go.
I recently played in a 1K and it had a Zool in it. It had a Liam Kidd. It had a Gabe Smart. It was a 1K here in Fresno, California.
Yeah,
it's pretty stacked. And I went the most basic you could be. I keep talking about it. I went 2-2-2. I finished 26 out of 52.
Mm-hmm.
So just average right down the middle.
Dead center.
Just right, just boom, right there. But what cost me a game against once again another Darkrai deck was it came down to the same thing. It was if I had Boss, I win the game. If not, he would win off of the prize count because he fixed up the prize trade with Baby Moltres.
Sure.
It threw off the whole prize trade. I was just going, 2 for 1, back and forth, and then Moltres came down, boom, and I was like, oh my gosh, but I didn't play Boss yet.
You weren't playing any boss.
I wasn't playing any bosses because I was doing so well without the boss build. So I was like,
Oh, no,
I don't need
man.
boss. I'll just hit whatever's in front of me. Whatever's in front of me, I'll just hit it. It's fine. And it was working. So I was like, I don't need boss. So I didn't have any boss in this build yet. And he didn't know that. So I had to act like I was digging for it. So once again, it turned into a whole shoes, trekking shoes, another shoes, Dragon's Horde, Ultra Ball. So I'm just acting like I'm digging. Speed Lightning. I'm like, oh man, I missed the boss. Let's go game 2. And then game 2, the exact same scenario happened. He came in with the Baby Moltres again, knockout. If I can't boss, I can't win. So I had to act like I was digging again, and then I had to throw it. I just lost the game. He's like, you don't play boss, do you? I said, no. I don't.
He called you out.
After he said the first game, he was like, oh my gosh, he's going to find it. And he said, during the second game, he was like, wait a minute. I don't think he plays boss. So after that, of course, I threw boss in there, and now I'm throwing an escape rope, too, because I'm afraid of penguins. So they scare me.
Ice Cube. Okay. I was like, wait, penguins? I'm thinking like Danny DeVito as the penguin from Batman.
Well, not just Ice Cube, Empoleon, too. That's the thing.
Emily played Empoleon in her deck this weekend, so.
It's the thing.
Oh, the one that shuts off.
Non-roll box.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be worried about that one.
Well, I mean, if I had Cramomatics, I wouldn't be worried about anything either. But no, Nicholas, man, moving on. Just before we move on to Stonks, and that's gonna be a thing where we talk about a few cards we're gonna take a rise in playability or price wise. We'll get into that soon. But just tell us generally what are you gonna do before NAIC? What are your plans? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna prep for that?
Probably just gonna run back the same deck, so I don't have to do any testing. I mean, I've got to go to work tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'm driving out Thursday, and then the tournament's Friday. So I really don't have much time to test. So
I'm trying to tell you, man, that mirror is a tough matchup, man. You might want to find someone else with a Reggie deck and do something.
I'll just attack first, no problem. My list is probably more consistent with theirs.
Yeah, if they're not playing the cram in there, man, you've got the extra gas on them.
Yeah,
True.
as long as I mean, I think it literally comes down to attack, and I think I'm more fit to do.
And then also, what are your expectations for NAIC? I mean, we have a Palkia problem. It's pretty apparent now. It's running rampant around here. Someone needs to come in and exterminate. What do you expect? What do you think's going to happen this weekend?
I don't know. I'm just gonna go play my games, do as well as I can.
That's my mindset. What I play too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't think
against Duraludon, I got a chance, man.
that's my mindset too.
I can be anything other than Duraludon.
What I say too. I say nothing scares me except for Duraludon. Nothing scares me.
Anything else, we got a game on our hands, and
I definitely feel like we'll see more of it. Since it just took a first place finish, people sometimes always just pick it up and go.
Everyone else will hate on it on my behalf.
I'll start a smear campaign against it. You guys are really playing Duraludon? Don't you realize that I'm putting out daily bad facts about it? I got you.
Yeah.
I want
Or
to see
just-
Reggie
yeah.
rise up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just
All
gonna
right.
go and hope to dodge him. I think that's my goal as of now. Unless I can figure out a way to beat it, but I'm not seeing it.
I hope he has some Muse, man. Muse is such a free matchup.
The games I had against me, I played against me round 1, and I stumbled a little bit to get set up, and it was actually
What?
a close match. Yeah.
What? I ran into Mew in the 1K, and the first game I bricked hard, and that was just me, just my deck bricking hard.
Yeah.
But in the second game, I fell behind a couple prizes, and after that everything just started clicking. I was off to the races. There's nothing to do
The
about
matchup
it.
is certainly very favorable. I just missed, had some missteps, and
Man, but you still came out and you still came out and got it, or what happened?
Yeah. I still won. Yeah, my only
It's
losses were the 2 Duraludon and Flying Pikachu I played against.
Yeah, this Mew's free. It's free. It's free. Not worried about a Mew path to the peak.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Not worried about the not path to peak, but Temple Sinnoh.
That one can get you.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, if you can't,
Lab Stadium, not
bump
so
that
much.
out of there.
Avery.
Yeah, Sinnoh, that's the main way Palkia beats you, I feel like, is, Sinnoh and Roxanne. So
Yeah,
I mean,
if it sticks.
Yeah, you just gotta draw out of it.
Yeah, if it gets sick, you just gotta draw out of it. I mean, I've been Roxanne before. That didn't really phase me. Sinnoh's a problem. It can be a problem if you don't have enough stadiums to bump it. And then just the Duraludon, man. We gotta figure this out. You gotta help me figure this out, man. You're the Reggie master now. So
I'm not sure there's a way. I think you just gotta hope you don't hit him.
You hit it, you just take the L.
I
mean, Subu, when you played
I literally lost to Duraludon V. He didn't even do the V Max because he was playing around path, So he just went in with the V and kept hyper potioning it because you can never one shot it.
True.
And just ran through. So it's like, why even bother?
Yeah, there's no Reggie Flame or whatever that exists to hit it for weakness.
Flame, no Reggie Grass for the dark guys.
We were making jokes during that stream game against Josh Adam. You're like, hey, he needs to pull out his Reggie Weed.
Yeah.
His Reggie Thorn, Reggie Vine, or something like that.
Yeah. I was just watching it back. I only finished watching the first game, but I know what happened in the second game, and I wanted to see my interview with Ethan, but yeah, I'll go back to it later.
Well, yeah, I went back and watched that one too. Seeing you and my boy Josh Hatter. That was great, man. I was excited. That was a fun match. I was excited to see Reggie. I was excited to see Josh too, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, just gotta try to dip and dodge the Duraludon this upcoming weekend. I hope you don't hit it. Hope you hit none but Muse and
whatever.
Flying Pikachu's.
Flying Pikachu, you can lose too for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lose
Pikachu
if you just don't get your guys out.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's definitely a high roll deck. I would not recommend it if you just need like 100 points to close out your inviter. But
you locked yours in and you're like, hey, let's have some fun.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it paid off. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's such a good deck. It's such a fun deck, man.
Yep.
I'm not sure how spectacular it is, but it's so fun.
Yeah, that was the main goal going into this weekend, was to have fun. Ended up in top 16, so points there.
All right, moving into our next segment here. Stonks. We're talking about cards that Sue, you want to explain it? You have a better vocabulary and vernacular than I do.
sure. So we're we're each gonna take a pick or two of some random cards that either have a increase or decrease in play and or financial value. Normally I cover financial value. Gazer talks about play. He has a hot take. He's almost either 3 or 4 weeks wrong early and then it gets right, or he just has such a hot take that everyone makes fun of him every week, i.e. Eternatus coming back.
You're not wrong. I think about a month ago I said the Duraludon was gonna be a thing.
And you did, you did.
Ago.
You said it. You were technically wrong at the time, but in hindsight, you were correct.
Yes, I'm right. I did it.
Eternatus was nenever going to come back.
No,
I'm trying to tell you guys. It's coming back. I'm trying to tell you guys.
You're wrong. It's
No
just
shot.
Palkia just eats it alive, and you feed into their damage output. Like,
yeah, but Palkia can't one shot you. You one shot Palkia.
Palkia is. You can get one shot by Palkia.
Yeah, and they take 3 prizes. You take 2.
They never one shot you. You just power. Look, I can explain this. Look.
160 plus 160 is 320, and then a choice band. That's 350.
Or Leon or whatever. Like,
Okay, if they have a choice band, sure. Or if, choice belt, sure. Or if you decide to overbench, sure. But look. If I bench down to
knockout, if you don't.
No, because I have choice belt and I have I play with goons and I play with Usui and Samurai.
Okay.
There's my extra damage right there.
All right.
I'm taking out a Palkia. They come and they don't one shot me. I bench that last Pokemon. I take out the next Palkia. Now I'm up 4 prizes to none.
Okay. Hey, whatever works for you, man. If you want to play a turn of this, be my guest. I'll happily play against you and one shot it with my choice band RegiRockin.
Oh yeah, game over. That's 340 on the dot right there.
Yep.
I love Reggie's. But no, this week I have a card that's not such a hot take. I think it'll see some play this upcoming weekend, or maybe at Worlds as well. This one I have right here is how do you say her name? Irida. Irida. Her.
I hate that card.
The chick of the Pearl Clan from Legends Arceus. I think that could be a good card for anything that's playing Palkia, anything that's playing just any water deck in general. I think that's the card to go with. And I know early on I called it as a good card too because when I was doing a pre-release, I pulled one. I was like, hey, this could be a really good card. You play it in Palkia, you grab your Palkia or your VMAX or your Sabo or your Radiant Greninja, whatever you're grabbing. You grab whatever item you need at the time. If you're going first, you grab a VIP Battle Pass or you grab a bucket so Greninja can draw cards. It just helps you set up early on, and in late game, it gets that last belt that you need, and it gets that Drizzile or that Inteleon that you need. I feel like it gives so much flexibility, and it can be played early game, late game. Maybe not so much mid game. Mid game, you really want to draw a few more cards than that. I feel like it's going to start seeing some more play in these water decks.
It's very polarizing for sure. You see some Palkia of it, some playing Zero. I'm personally in the Zero camp, but
really,
yeah.
What do you have against her?
I'm not a fan of that card. I just think it's very slow. I like drawing cards.
One of those Diamond Clan kind of. You like the Diamond Clan, don't you? I get it.
I haven't finished Arceus actually, so
I haven't either.
Yeah, I think I got to I was catching the different Azel stuff. That's where I left off. But I haven't.
Yeah, Hey, Subin, did you ever finish?
I rage quit. I'm gonna spoil it. It's been since what, November, December or something. I'm a spoiler.
January. Only easy. It's only been 6 months.
I haven't finished.
All right. Well,
there's 6 months.
There's the part where you do something and you think you're done, but you're not done. And I rage quit. I never picked it back up.
It's like Sword and Shield when a turn of this comes in there.
It's a lot worse than that.
Okay.
It's probably the hardest Pokemon battle ever in a Pokemon game because you're just so caught off guard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then I should finish it because I like a challenge. I feel like so far it's been pretty easy.
It was super easy, and then I get to this part and I'm just like, what just happened just now? What is this? No. And I all right, I tried again, and I tried again, and I tried again. And it was like 6 tries, and I was like, F this, I'm done. Turn it off. And I then I played
March.
I haven't touched it since then. I should go back and finish it, but
And then second card I have in mind, that's not a hot take. I brought it up before, and I think this weekend and upcoming to Worlds is going to see some more play. Tool Jammer. I feel like Tool Jammer's I called it before and it hasn't happened. It didn't happen yet, but I think it happens now. I think just the fact that, let's say you're hitting enough damage to this, let's say you're a deck that's two-shotting things, you're not really worried about a choice belt on you. Tool Jammer, takes away the power of anybody else. Takes away their power, takes away their free retreat. I feel like Tool Jammer's I feel like it's gonna be a little sneaky card that he's playing a few decks that do really well somewhere. Maybe.
I think I saw a few Palkia playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's on the way up. Subin, you got anything for us financially?
Yeah, so last week we talked about how Dialga V-Star blew up to $20 out of nowhere.
Wow.
They're back down to $12.
Mm-hmm. I played against one Dialga.
And it's a cool deck. It just doesn't do what it needs to do consistently in a best of 3.
Yep.
And to pair it, yeah. And then you just there you go. Yeah. And to pair with it, Deoncé for some reason after after that, like, just went up to $3-4 a copy, and that probably had to do with like the Australian results as well. And then now they're back down to under $2 a piece. So if it's something you wanted to play for fun or had interest in, pick them up again now that they're not as pricey. Stash them away. The only thing I can also hop on.
Stash them away?
Yeah, I mean, you never know if it sees success, and we've seen it go up and down like that already. One really good finish will probably push it back to that $20 price point, and it would probably stay there. So,
yeah, I'll go. Oh, I was talking about Diancia just being a very good card.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Anytime, like, it's future proof for its existence standard. Anytime we get a really good, important, basic Pokemon that needs to sit on the bench for a little bit, Diancia is going to be really important.
True.
And with these sets only getting like 1 or 2 print runs and being done, then it's hard to say what's really going to happen anymore with the value. I mean, we could even see like if if Greninja wasn't so like if Greninja wasn't so pulled so often out of packs, it'd probably be like a $6-7 card.
Yeah.
But no, Nick, man, any cards you think's gonna see a lot of playability, any extra playability this upcoming weekend or just coming up the Worlds?
I mean, in terms of price, I'm sure Duraludons are shooting up. Blissey too.
I'll look into those real quick while you go.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should be playing, more Path to the Peak kind of thing to counter Duraludon or decks with basic energy, I guess. Going into NA, because if you want to beat Duraludon, those are the main ways to do it.
So yes, Duraludon had a rough market value of about $2-ish for the VMAX. The most recent sold listings on TCGplayer are closer to the $5 price point now. There's a few listings in the $3 to $4 range, not counting the dollar-ish shipping. But it's definitely gone up from about a $2 card to close to a $5 card just for the weekend.
More than double, yeah.
So it's already doubled in value.
Okay.
Let me check Blissey really quick too. Blissey seems to be relatively cheap.
Really? That one was stable.
Most listings are around the $1-ish at the beginning, and then there's a few that push it over to $5. So if you're quick on the draw, you might be able to get them for about $2 to $3 a piece. It's looking like after shipping, because these people are jacking up the shipping prices. But then after that, the first stable listing that has multiple copies, they're asking for $4.83 a piece for light play.
Okay.
So it's
Blissey's
close to
really
a buyout. It's close to a buyout.
Blissey's a really another fun deck if you want to play that one too. You'd have a good time, I'm sure.
I bought Blissey before Astro came out, because when they revealed Gardenia, I said, "Oh, that's going in Blissey." I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I thought Gardenia Blissey could be a thing, so I went out and bought all the Blisseys. I went out and bought all the Elmais, and I just went out, because this stuff was cheap anyway. So I went out and got it all.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting on like 4 Blisseys. I still have them, so I could throw some together. I have 4 Miltanks too. Just happen to pull them because I can't stop buying Astro Radiance.
I think the list got second only Miltank, which I was surprised by, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never saw that coming, honestly.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, neither did Henry Brand. You see that tweet?
Oh yeah, his tier list from before Australia, where he had Duraludon and Blissey in the Amoeba tier.
Yeah.
And then there they are in the finals of Milwaukee together.
I think Duraludon is a potato deck, but yeah.
Folks, there you have it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
a
super strong ability that just kind of like walls. There's not really like a lot of moving pieces to that deck, to be fair.
Yeah, I personally hate it. Yeah. You will not, I don't think you'll have a good time playing it, so you shouldn't.
I topped in like 3 tournaments online with Duraludon, like a month before Brilliant Stars came out. Before Brilliant Stars came out. So it has a special place in my heart. So I take that personal.
I mean, if you're enjoying yourself, great. I would hate myself if I had to play Duraludon.
Well, I would hate myself if I had to play Mew.
I wouldn't do it. I mean, I would play Mew. I took it with me as like the backup deck, and then
it's actually better than that, man.
Actually have some control.
One of the guys in our group almost got me to play Palkia Ice Rider, and I was just like,
Yes.
And it's
That's my. I think that's my bet. That's my next bet too.
My friend Frank got top 32 with Palkia Ice Rider.
I think it could be a thing.
Frank Persick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of local for me actually. He lives in Cleveland. I live like an hour away. He's been in cups that I've judged and organized and played at too. So
yeah, great guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Can we get him on the pod sometime soon?
Yes.
Shout out to Frank.
Yes, I talked to him a little bit about it this weekend. So working on that.
Awesome.
Let's go then. No, Sue, is it about that time for the Q&A?
We only have a little bit. I guess we could maybe metaphor cast a little bit more for NAIC. Outside of people hopping on the bandwagon of Duraludon and Blissey potentially, and maybe more Flying Pikachu, are there any other decks you could potentially see come out of the woodwork? Or just like more Palkia innovations?
Yeah, I think Blissey and Duraludon will see a lot more play, but I don't think they'll have the finishes again.
Yeah.
You know, I think it'll be a lot of people will pick it up, but it's not going to do as well because people will be prepared for it.
I agree.
Palkia and Arceus are still going to do well as always. And Mew surprises and changes.
Yeah, they're super solid. They're always able to adapt their plays and their lines every game depending on the matchup. So there's a lot of ways you can go with any of those decks.
Can't go wrong with Arceus, Mew, or Palkia.
Now, what form of Palkia do you think is going to be the preferred version played?
I liked the Turbo one, but it was because I was playing a terrible Inteleon. So.
And Subin, you feel the opposite, don't you?
What do you mean?
I thought you liked yourself some good old-fashioned Inteleon and Drizzile Palkia.
I do like the Inteleon line. I feel like if you start bad though, it is really bad to come back, and like you never get more than 2 Sobbles down. So like, why are most lists playing 4 anyways? Like I feel like 3 is probably the magic number. You want to have Palkia out. You want to get your other attackers and your tech pieces out. Like, what if you played Starmie if you need it for whatever matchup, and you just have all these Inteleon chilling? Sure, you could scoop them up, but like you're never gonna get more than 2 down because you have your Greninja, you got your double Palkia in an optimal situation. If you're playing the Ice Rider list, like you're gonna want that Ice Rider ready to go, and you're gonna want to be able to use the V-Star power on Palkia to charge it up, so you can still boss and attack in the same turn instead of having to worry about a Melanie or attachments.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then you probably have a Greninja on the bench waiting,
Greninja's almost always there.
So that's true.
I thought Bradner's group was only playing the 3 Sobble.
Okay. He played that also with Rahul, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, that makes a lot of sense. Did they play Battle Pass and Cross Switchers?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about Cross Switcher, but definitely Battle VIP, yeah.
Yeah, I like the Battle Pass in there. I feel like it's definitely essential in that Inteleon list versus the Turbo version.
I like Palkia Ice Rider. I think that could be a thing.
I do too. I think they're all pretty solid choices. Like all three variants are good.
Frank posted his list. You could go check it out. I think it's definitely solid.
I might have to, because that's as much as I want to play Reggie. I don't want to get so in love with it, and then 2 months from now, it just gone. And
hey man,
I don't know. I'm stressing out.
Pokemon player, you can't get too attached to anyone.
I still think rotation's not going to happen when it normally does. We're almost to NAIC. We still haven't heard anything yet. Those Calyrex decks that have cards that will rotate are going to come out in them. I think the contents for the trainer's toolkit leaked, and it also has cards that would technically rotate too. In there, yeah. And
Calyrex deck.
We're not going to see
out, Friday.
Yeah, they're pushed back through some distributors, I guess. It's weird depending on what distributor. I know our shop we have.
But they've released those before with cards that were going to rotate.
The Inteleon deck had everything rotation proof.
What about the one before the last rotation?
The Urshifu ones were also rotation proof.
Oh, okay.
Those were, yeah.
Yeah, the Urshifu and the Inteleon, ever since they changed them away from the GX ones, like with the Zacian ADP.
What's coming out in the Calyrex? There's Inteleon in the Calyrex?
The Inteleon line is in the Ice Rider deck.
You sure?
4-4-2-2.
It's a split between both.
It's 4-4-2-2.
Yeah. There's unboxings already of it out there too.
Okay.
I got 2 this weekend, this Friday. I got one for myself and one for my wife. And she's adding it to her Ice Rider. She already had Ice Rider anyway, so now she's adding the Inteleon. She's playing an Ice Rider barrel.
So maybe rotation's delayed then. That would be quite something.
Yeah, it'd be the first time that we would potentially do it near to when Japan does, since we always have like the weird format compared to them, or their format's weird compared to ours.
Right.
With the regulation marks, it just makes it easier. And then too, another weird thing is like the trainer gallery cards are from all across the Sword and Shield sets, and they just
I've noticed.
They
I was like, that's
keep
weird.
shoving them into the, if they're gonna be standard still, then it's just a weird thing to think about. That like, cool, we just got a alternate artization. Oh, we're gonna rotate it. Sorry, people who are new to the game.
That I've noticed. Like, that's kind of weird, but okay, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, they've been doing that for a while with the alternate arts that they rotate with the original.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to say what they're gonna do. If they would have announced something by now, I wouldn't feel the way I do about it. But it's almost
announced the next set yet. Nothing's been leaked out from the next set. So it's a lot of things that just maybe just saving everything for Worlds. Just saving everything at the very end. Boom, rotation. Boom. Next set is this. Boom. A whole lot of stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a weird time for information, since we're all kind of like hoping too that we get cups and challenges back, maybe September or something like that too.
I thought that was confirmed, was it not?
The only thing that they said now is we do have league play back and official pre-release reporting back, and then the newest thing that they talked about at the end of the stream this weekend was that there's something called league prize packs coming, and no idea what the contents are, how they're delivered, or how they're received by players, but we'll see what those entail, if those are cards that we haven't gotten like alts, or maybe reprints for players again like normal league promos. So it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah, I was talking to one of our locals here, and he was like, who knows what this league prize pack is going to be. So it could be maybe promos, maybe anything. He said, who knows? So it's a lot of things that are just kind of like moving parts up in the air. No one really knows.
Yeah, I'm just taking it one tournament at a time.
Yep,
so
that's all we really can do. So
I'm getting ready to build Ice Rider with because I only have a 2/2 of Palkia anyway, so I'm gonna throw in some Ice Riders, throw in some Inteleons, and
that's all you need.
I'm gonna have to bid Reggie adieu. I love Reggie.
Well,
and
go ahead.
A big tip to Ryan would be don't get too attached to any one deck. It is gonna rotate eventually, or it might get phased out. You gotta be.
But I'm already rubbing my face on it.
I see that. Yeah.
He also is very attached to single strike.
I miss that deck.
Like Urshifu Umbreon specifically, not like Duraludon or Gengar or whatever.
I miss that deck so much.
It just
had such good matchups.
Doesn't do enough damage.
Now it doesn't, but it had such good matchups at first when Arceus first came out.
Yeah.
That first month of Brilliant Stars and Mew was everywhere. Oh my gosh. And I miss Gengar Mimikyu. I miss Eternatus. I miss Dragapult.
Okay.
Don't get me started on Dragapult, man. I hate that deck. Was not it.
What?
I was not a fan of that one.
What? Oh, Nick.
Asking if there are any playable cards from Pokemon Go set. I don't know what's in it. I just know the stadium that says, look at this card, the top 3, and get any item.
Oh, Pokestop. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's move into questions. We'll start with that one. Hooked on Jonix, long-time listener, first-time asker. Cards you see playable or excited from Pogo. It's hard to say for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think the item cards that we're gonna get are kind of cool.
Incubator.
Incubator is a little interesting. The lure module. Let me get the exact text.
We're gonna like this one for Reggie. Here's what you do. Flip a coin. If heads, search through your deck for any basic Pokemon and put it on your bench. So it's like Nest Ball. If tails, put Pokemon Incubator or Egg Incubator on the bottom of your deck.
It sounds bad.
It's perfect for Regigigas. You go Incubator. If heads, you put your Reggie right to the bench. If tails, you get to try it again later.
But I don't want it later. I want to thin that card out of my deck.
I want it now.
Actually, yeah, maybe with Gigas, that's like the one. But I'd rather play Quick Ball.
I thought you were going to say you'd rather play Cramomatic.
Well, yeah, that too.
You got to flip a coin. I mean, I don't blame you. That's true too.
I like
yeah.
I like the Ditto. I think Ditto opens up a lot of options for other single prizers that aren't
What does
like.
that one do?
You can use the attacks of any of your basic single prizers in the discard pile.
No, that's probably pretty good.
So I feel like maybe we could see Mad Party like actually hit relevant numbers and have all the Mad Parties in the discard pile and Ditto just swinging in. I don't think it'd be like top tier by any means, but it's another option.
If you put all, what's that, 16 Mad Parties in there, getting 320? Yeah.
The problem is you're never going to get that.
Watch me. I'll make it happen.
All right.
But no, one card I think is going to be, I mean, the card I'm most excited for, I don't know how good it's going to be, but I'm excited, is the Mewtwo V-Star.
What does that one do?
I believe for, is it a Psychic and a Psychic or a Psychic Colorless?
Psychic Colorless.
Psychic Colorless. Discard of the 3 energy. I think any energy, matter of fact. 3 energy, it does 90 damage for each discard. So you can hit 270. Hit 270.
How are you getting Psychic Energy in play?
I only need 1 Psychic on the Mewtwo. I can, anything else. I could play Dark Patches, Flaffy.
No, you have to discard Psychic Energy. It is it's Psychic Energy.
It's Psychic? I thought it was just any energy.
No, it's Psychic. It's
any energy.
Yeah.
No, look that up. There's no.
I have it right here. I pulled it up. It is like it's a Psychic Colorless for 90 times. Discard up to 3 Psychic. It's
frantically typing right now. Hold on.
It's Ultra Necrozma GX, but on a V-Star.
And there's no Malamar.
There's no Malamar. There's no ways to continuously recur Psychic or whatever.
No, it's I swear. Let's see.
I think the V-Star power is cool, but I don't think I like the normal attack. The V-Star attack, you do 120 to each of your opponent's Pokemon V if they don't play a Manaphy or whatever. So maybe you can catch them off guard, but I highly doubt it's going to be like anything mega relevant whatsoever.
I feel like you never got more than like 2 Vs in play. You know.
It's 3 Psychic. Now I'm disappointed. Now I'm sad. Oh man. Thought it was any energy.
No, it's got to be Psychic. Expanded? Awesome card. You've got Naganadel, you've got Malamar. Whatever.
I think Expanded's getting axed, but
I kind of hope so, to be honest with you. It's kind of degenerate anymore.
It's getting a little degenerate in there. I can't even lie to you. I know our guy, Big Daddy UK. Shout out to Yuck. He loves himself some Expanded, but it's getting kind of degenerate down there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the deck that plays the Regigigases, the Regis?
Yeah, and
you power up other stuff with it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Expanded stuff.
It's ridiculous.
Electro GX into Dialga GX into Dialga V-Star or Scramble Switch. Nah, it's just getting bad.
Yeah, just scrap it, bro.
Yeah. And it's not friendly to new players who've gotten into the game with this big burst of new waves of new players and everything like that. It's just I'm gonna swear it's a shit show.
Yep.
So you gotta edit that part out.
Wait, no, you can say 1. It's fine. It's okay.
I'll get 1 cuss word too.
Yeah, as long as it's not the F word.
Balls.
That's not really okay. Yeah, Dan Gazer, you got us canceled. You said balls on stream and in a podcast. All right, we only have one other question.
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Gazer. You got this one.
One more question from our main man Nixter. Shout out to Nixter. We see him every stream, every day, every time. Do you think any new decks will show up at NAIC?
Oh, I'm sure of it. We don't know what yet. That's why it makes it a new deck.
Nixter, make a bold prediction though. Just something out of the air, out the blue. Grab something. What do you think's gonna show up?
That's why it's a surprise.
I made a prediction last week. I said something like Jolteon would come back, and I was horribly wrong.
Oh, I played against Jolteon. He picked up his cards as soon as I flipped over my active.
I seen your tweet about that. It was a Jolteon deck?
Yeah.
So he's.
Oh yeah, because they
saw Reggie.
Other than Regilecki, they got 130 or 150, so he can't just get a ping and a KO. Like you have to have a ping and a goon and a KO, and then RegiRock just bodies it for a weekness every turn. Yeah, for
RegiRock 300.
Yeah, you have two attackers
there. He said, "Well, I'll be going then." Where's the slip? I'll sign out.
That was
Yeah,
me.
we had to
That was
sit
me
there
at
for, like,
Indy. I
10
did that
minutes
in a round.
Yeah, at Indy, Subin played Inteleon.
Yeah, I played Rapid Strike
T-Max.
Inteleon VMAX at Indy.
So,
And my opponent flipped over a Whimsicott, and I was like, all right, well, where's the match slip? I'm gonna have a nice break. I mean, I went 4-2-3. That's not the worst, but yeah, it could have been better.
Gotta love when you have just auto losses. If I'm playing Reggie and I see Duraludon, I'm like, well, he tried. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah,
Man, but no, I think something
funny.
new's gonna pop up. It has to. I mean, no one saw Blissey coming. No one saw a Duraludon on the horizon except for me a month ago.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally,
Yeah.
Gazer. You were so right.
I was just it's just a tournament off, man. I was just one tournament off. That's all.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I think that wraps it up for all our questions.
Yeah.
I hear my dog barking, so I've probably got to go anyway.
You at this point, you feel free to shout out whoever you want. Where can the people find you? Floor is yours, man. Floor is yours.
Get it, Nick.
Yeah, I guess just follow me on Twitter, Nicholas Moffitt too. I post tournament updates and thinking there usually. That's all. I gotta go. My dog.
Right on. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Thank you so much, man.
Ryan. Thank you for having me.
I'll be in contact with you soon, man. Thank you.
Nice meeting you both. Take care. Bye bye.
See you, Nick.
And that'll do it for us for episode 12 of the Gust to Wind. Gazer, any final thoughts? Any words?
Well, I'm split on the stream.
It's
That's pretty
fine.
dope.
Yeah,
I like that.
all right. It's fine.
I like it.
Just lean over closer to your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go. You're good on the bottom.
You're not gonna edit this part out, are you?
No, it's fine. I'll leave it in.
Finally, yeah. Okay, but no, man. I'm glad Nick, helped us out, came through. That Reggie deck is something else, man. I know we can't get into all the details, and he'll release the whole deck list after this weekend. But you've seen that game on stream, man.
I didn't. I was there. I didn't have time.
Oh, you didn't go back and watch? Okay, go back and watch it, man.
I will.
Watch him and Josh Hader.
I will. But I didn't have time today.
I was kind of playing the game. I couldn't really watch, so yeah. My bad.
Yeah, I was totally. You forgot to ask me about my tournament experience.
I meant to, and then I forgot. Sorry.
Well,
I meant to. It's not like last weekend when you forgot to ask how my weekend was.
Oh
so.
yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. Your weekend doesn't matter to me.
I knew it. But no, just to be real, he probably should have lost to Josh. The Wheezing should have just slowed down everything. And granted, Josh prized the Wheezing and then drew into one, so he kind of got Wheezing out a little, a turn too late. But I don't know. The Wheezing is such an issue, so it should have been a tough win. It should have been a tough game. But he pulled it off. His deck is his list is pretty nice. If you go back and watch it, you'll see the Cramomatics and all the other texts going in. Man, it's a way different list than the one I have. But I mean, it worked, and it's just nice to have him on there and pick his brain a little bit about it. Couldn't get into all the details, but I can't wait to see the full list.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure. I thought about putting my list out there, and then I thought about it more today, and I'm like, I'm probably just gonna play the same thing again, minus like 1 or 2 cards, so I'm not gonna share it.
So you're really feeling this. You're gonna lean all the way into this. Whole
No.
thing, huh?
The only reason I lost the win in, I guess we'll hit that real quick, is I needed to yeet my hand on my first turn going second to get a KO on an Arceus with my Moltres. I had no prior search cards. I had no way of seeing what was in my deck. I had the research. I played all my other cards down. I had a Greninja. I drew some cards with that, trying to find a ball to search and go through and see. And I had to discard a Darkrai V-Star in that opening hand. And one of them were prized, and I would have needed it to win the game. So I got another one out of the deck, no problem. Took a KO. He came back a little bit. He got down to 2 prizes. I had 1 prize left. We're in game 3, and I was like, the best I could do is hit this thing with a little, like the Darkrai V, put it to sleep, and he flipped heads, and also top decked the incense he needed to grab a boss off of his shady dealings. So it didn't matter. But if
That
I
was
would have had the V-Star, it would have been fine. And it was the prize I took into the turn before. So like it was just like cool. I took the prize. I put him to sleep.
And-
And it just didn't matter. So
man.
he had it. He had it.
I mean, you did what you had to do.
I did.
Like you said,
I
you did get
had
knocked out.
and that Moltres KO early in the game was really good. It was a really good lead. It took him a little bit.
It bought you enough time.
It bought me.
You
It bought
said
me
that
enough
too.
time. Yeah, it bought me enough
You said
time.
to keep tempo up, you had to. And we've all done something like that before. We had to just dig for something and lose some resources down the line.
Darkrai is an all tempo deck, and it was nice this weekend to be able to like, oh cool, you knocked out my dude. I lost 2 energy on the board. Sometimes I only lost 1. I did play an experience share. And to be able to come back and just hit 300 and then 300 and then 300 multiple turns in a row, like to close out a game over Palkias or Ice Riders or whatever, it felt super solid. The deck's really good the way I have it built. I think I'm going to change 2 cards, no leaks, and I'm probably playing it again because I don't have time to play test between you coming home and going to work. Already and working the next 2 days and then hitting the road again Thursday morning / afternoon or whatever. I just don't have time to play test anything else. So I'm probably just going to rock the same 58 cards, give or take.
So are we going day 2 this time?
I mean, I don't know. NAIC is a lot bigger. It's a lot harder of an event. It's harder to predict the meta. I just know I'm comfortable with the deck. I know my list. I know my outs. I know my lines of play.
We talked to at least 3 different streamers, and they, 3 different just not stream players, and they say play what you're comfortable with. And
correct.
you won a box tournament with Darkrai before, and you changed the list to what you need and what you need to do. And
the list from that booster box compared to now is drastically different.
Yeah, and that's what's supposed to, my list from when I played this Reggie in the 1K, and I just went 2-2-2. Is way different. That's why I'm like 9-3 now.
Not counting
innovation changes.
Yeah, not counting like best of 3s, counting them as individual games. I probably have close to 150 games with this deck now.
There you go.
So
there you go. And I'm probably not that far with this Reggie deck, but I have a few under my belt too. So as we play more and you test more and you play more, and you get a feel for what you need and what you like in your play style, and what works and what doesn't work, and what you more than likely to hit turn 1 or turn 2, turn 3. You know what to do. So if you're comfortable with it, Sue, and I'm not a big Darkrai fan, and I thought you weren't either after we talked about it for a whole month, but if you're comfortable with it, man, you got to play it. So
yeah,
I'm for that.
It trades favorably so far for KO. So, but we've rambled a little bit long now on this extended little break after the guest dipped out. So
well, let's get out of here. Shout out to Nick Moffitt for coming through, man. Nick Muppet, as I called him.
Big shout outs to everybody I got to meet up with this weekend for the first time and chat to Appa AG. I played him round 2.
You played him. I know you met him. You played him.
Played him round 2. And I got to talk to Josh Hatter, meet him for the first time. That was cool after after the past 2 years basically of being Twitch homies. I got to chat with Azul finally a little bit. Good times.
Fist bump,
I got a fist bump and I got a uncommon energy dice. So shout out to them.
When I met Azul a few weeks ago, I actually he dapped it up. We dapped. We went a whole little.
Wow, I'm proud of you.
And yeah, so
I'm proud of you.
We're basically besties. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying.
Tons of other people. We also got to meet and talk to QC Hockey was there. So.
Our boy QC.
That was a good time. So tons of peeps. Too many to name. People I've talked to multiple times over the past couple events anyways, and repeat friends and offenders from across the Twitterverse and Twitchverse. Yeah, repeat offenders. But yes, I'll be at NAIC. So if you want to come harass me. I'll have the box of sheep once again. Come try your luck to win the Ampharos EX out of the box.
When are we getting Gust to win damage counters we could pass out, man? We're doing that next season?
We'll figure something out. Speaking of next season, I want to talk to you about something, I guess. We'll add this too. Little does Gazer know, I am in the process of starting a GoFundMe to get his ass to a tournament. And I've talked to multiple people about it, and they happily donate towards it. So
Raymond, for next season, what are we doing?
We'll figure it out whenever they announce dates, and we'll go from there. And people can contribute we'll be able to pick and choose potentially where Gazer will come to.
Wherever y'all want me, I'll go.
We'll do our best to make it happen so you guys can get this man out of California. Not permanently, but just temporarily.
But the West Coast is the best coast.
If there's like a California regional, like we're not gonna use the GoFundMe for that because it's like right there in your neck of the woods. But if we can get you to the east, if we can get you to the East Coast to meet all the East Coasters, that's the plan.
Oh man, so you guys can send me to the San Jose regional, which is like an hour and a half away.
No, you can just walk there.
Let's get out of here, Stu, man. Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in for the Gust to Win podcast. This will be on Spotify, Google. The video will be on YouTube if Subin doesn't edit out everything that I want in there. Where else can we find this thing?
Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Google, YouTube, right here live on Twitch, on my channel.
Should the people leave like a 5-star rating, or can I say that?
I mean, they could leave a 5-star rating, and we may or may not love them if they do so. We could definitely use those for sure to support and push this further out there into the algorithm of the audio realms of everything. And also, if you watch the YouTube video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Pokemon TCG content. I'll be back to regular scheduled uploads after NAIC is over with.
Right on. Anybody listening that's going to NAIC this weekend, be safe, get in there, ball out, have a good time, throw all your Pokeballs and play all the cards down, and just hopefully everyone does well out there.
Yeah, it'll be a good time, win or lose. So let's do it. Let's get on out of here. Thanks for listening to episode 12 of the Gust to Win podcast. Much love, everybody. See you next week.
Appreciate you guys. Later.